the heart of Mexico, where the land is as rich as the stories woven into its fabric, there flows a river cloaked in mist and mystery. Villagers say that on moonless nights, when the air is thick with tales untold, one can hear the heart-wrenching cries of a woman, La Llorona, they call her. But who was she, this weeping spirit that haunts the banks of the river? To understand her sorrow, we must journey back to a time long ago, to a tale of love, loss, and regrets. Once, in a vibrant village nestled beside the river, there lived a beautiful woman named Maria. She had raven-black hair that cascaded down her back like silk, and eyes that sparkled like the stars. She was adored by many, but her heart belonged to one Pedro, a humble farmer whose laughter lit up her soul. Maria and Pedro spent countless days walking along the riverbank, their fingers intertwined, dreams swirling with the morning mist. Their love was fierce and passionate, two souls as entwined as the roots of the ancient trees that bordered the river. As the seasons changed, so did their desire to build a life together, filled with children and joy. One evening, as the sunset painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Pedro knelt before Maria, a glimmer in his eyes. "I will ask for your hand," he declared, "and we shall marry by the river where our love bloomed." But fate is a fickle thing. A wealthy stranger, captivated by Maria's beauty, arrived in the village. He approached her, offering riches and a life of luxury beyond her wildest dreams. Temptation whispered sweetly in her ear, and while her heart belonged to Pedro, the allure of wealth swayed her. Days turned to weeks, and as the village prepared for the upcoming festival, Maria found herself torn between the love that was and the wealth that could be. One fateful night, beneath a canopy of stars, Pedro confronted her, sensing the change in her heart. "Maria, I love you," he pleaded, his voice trembling. "Do not be swayed by silver and gold. Our love is worth more than all the treasures in the world." But Maria's eyes glimmered with doubt. The promise of a life of luxury beckoned her like a siren's song. Under the weight of conflicting emotions, she confessed to Pedro, "The stranger offers me a life of comfort. What can a farmer like you give me?" Those words pierced Pedro's heart, causing him to step back as if struck by lightning. "If that is what you desire, then I shall let you go," he said, forcing a brave smile despite the pain painting his features. They'd parted ways that night, and the river, once a place of buoyancy and laughter, felt heavy with the weight of unspoken words. Maria, consumed by her conflict, found herself standing at the riverbank, staring at the shimmering waters that reflected the stars, the very stars that had twinkled on the night of their promise. Days passed, and the festival arrived, bright and boisterous. Maria, adorned in silk and jewels from the wealthy man, was the center of attention, yet her heart felt hollow. In the midst of laughter, she couldn't shake the image of Pedro laughing, of his arms enveloping her in warmth. As night fell and the stars lit the sky, the haunting sound of a child's laughter echoed through the air. It was then she realized, deep within, that no amount of wealth could replace the love that once flourished. In a moment of clarity, she raced back to the river, her heart pounding with desperation. "Pedro," she cried, but the river responded with silence. In her haste, she lost control and slipped into the water, waves crashing around her as she fought against the current. She cried out for her lost love and for the life they would never have. In the tumult of the river's embrace, not only did she lose herself, but her cries were also forever intertwining with the souls of the children that drifted beneath the rippling surface. In that moment of despair, she saw Pedro's face filled with sorrow and abandonment. Forever cursed to wander the river's edge, La Llorona was born from that despair, a spirit eternally mourning her lost children, lost love, and lost chance. The night air now carries her heartbreak, echoing through the valley as she weeps for the life she could have had. And so, dear listener, when you're near a river on a cool night and you hear the weeping wails of a woman carried by the wind, know that it is La Llorona, an embodiment of sorrow and love that transcends time. She wanders the earth, searching for solace, reminding us of the heavy price of choice, of love lost to the allure of the unknown. Her tale serves as a warning whispered through generations. Love and loss are but two sides of the same coin. Cherish what you hold dear and never take for granted the beauty that surrounds you, for one day it may all fade like the morning mist on the river. And so we sing our lullabies by the riverside, hoping that Maria finds peace, that she stops to listen to the soft echoes of love that still linger in the hearts of those who remember. Until then, her sorrow will continue to intertwine with our stories, reminding us that love is eternal even in loss.